NBC7's Nightly Check-In is sponsored by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating and Air, Flood and Restoration.
We know how.
Padres outfielder Tommy Pham is recovering tonight after he was stabbed outside of a strip club last night. Thank you for joining us for the Nightly Check-In. I'm Catherine Garcia. Well, San Diego police confirmed to NBC7 that stabbing happened at Pacers Strip Club on Midway Drive about 10:30 last night. Officers say a fight started in the parking lot and someone ended up slashing at Pham's back. He was rushed to the hospital. The Padres say Pham is in good condition. He is expected to make a full recovery. And Pham released a statement this evening saying while it was a very traumatic and eye-opening experience, he says he knows he'll be back to his off-season training routine in no time. Investigators are looking for surveillance video to try to help find the person who did it. Well, there was a rally this evening to reopen schools and sports in the South Bay as parents push to get their kids back into the classroom and playing outside.
Bottom line message is let us choose. Right now, the district has a one-size-fits-all model, which is remain in virtual learning, and parents want a choice.
Kimberly and Matt Dixon organized tonight's rally in front of the Sweetwater Union High School District office. Their message is similar to what we heard last month outside of the San Diego Union High School District. Parents and students are asking for the return to in-person learning if they choose to and if they feel it's safe. The interim superintendent in the Sweetwater District says the priority is the health and safety of students and staff. But the organizers of tonight's rally are both physicians and say this is their COVID concern.
So we're actually seeing the risk of keeping our kids out of school and out of sports being higher than the risk of sending them back and giving the opportunity.
As for sports, there was a big rally at the county administration building on Saturday, a plea to the state to ease restrictions on competitive youth sports. Many teams have been traveling out of state to play their games. Meanwhile, some students in the San Diego Unified School District will be back in classrooms tomorrow for the first time since March. The district is bringing back small groups of students for in-person learning. The students that are getting to go back first include special education students and those who face significant challenges doing distance learning. Hundreds of San Diego State students returned to campus for class today after in-person learning was paused for 5 weeks because of a spike in positive cases there. Instead of more than 6,000 students coming here each week for class, there will only be about 2,100, and new safety measures are in place. Each of those students will have to get a COVID test every 2 weeks. They'll also have to get their temperature checked before being allowed inside the classroom.
We have to wash our hands, put on a new mask, and then we have to go and disinfect our whole area, our whole bedside area, because we have our fake patients, And then throughout we have to use hand sanitizer every time we get up out of our chair, and then at the end we have to clean everything again and then leave out a separate door.
Masks and physical distancing are required everywhere on campus, not just in the classrooms. SDSU says that the school will be cracking down on anybody not following the rules on or off campus. Tomorrow is a big day for Californians. More counties are expected to advance into new tiers when state health officials provide their update. And new guidelines are coming out about how to safely celebrate Halloween. And at some point this week, state officials will be visiting with theme parks as they continue to work on guidelines. The state will also be sending teams to places including Disney World and Florida to study how they are working to safely reopen.
We continue in good faith to try to work to get where I know everybody wants to go, and that's to get people back to work and also create more entertainment options, but we need to do so in a safe way.
The governor called the trips insight visits, meant to bring about a deeper collaboration. The governor also mentioned smaller theme parks wanting to differentiate themselves from the larger theme parks. He said the state will be drawing distinctions when considering those safety protocols. Well, we are well into autumn, but it sure feels like summer again, doesn't it? Dry, windy, hot temperatures elevating fire danger this week. Because October is the height of wildfire season, firefighters are gearing up. They are preparing for a possible worst case scenario. Let's check in with Dagmar now. She has a look at how those temperatures will pan out this week.
Looking at your Tuesday, you will continue to feel the heat. As a matter of fact, we will have a heat advisory in effect almost all the way through to the coastal zones. You're going to feel the heat there as well along the beachfront cities. In the inland valleys, your temperatures will be rising into that mid and upper 90 mark. It'll continue to warm up as we head through the work week. So the coast about the mid 80s, upper 80s, and possibly the low 90s. Mountains, you're going to hit about that mid to upper 80 mark. Low 90s heading closer to you as we head through this work week, as well as in through the deserts. You're looking at the low 100s. So the heat continuing as well as the drier conditions. Please keep in mind we'll also have fire weather conditions with us the majority of this work week.
NBC7's Nightly Check-In is sponsored by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating and Air, Flood and Restoration.
Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE. Bill Howe. We know how.
If tree roots have invaded your drain line, call Bill Howe today as our certified technicians can fix them with an epoxy V-line, which requires no expensive digging.
Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE. Bill Howe. Because
We know how.
2020 has been a painfully difficult year for small businesses, but some businesses are sacrificing their bottom line because of a new drink with an important message. It is called Black is Beautiful. It's a drink adopted by hundreds of breweries or wineries across the country, meant to raise awareness and money to fight social injustice. San Diego's own Serpentine Cider is one of those businesses. Owner Sean Harris is donating his profits made from Black is Beautiful to the California Innocence Project. That's a nonprofit that looks to free wrongly convicted people and reform the criminal justice system.
It means a lot more than posting a black square or doing a social media campaign. They're putting their hard-earned dollars out there to make a change.
The California Innocence Project says African Americans make up only 13% of the nation's population, but they make up almost half of all of the people who they've proven were wrongly convicted. That's going to do it for our nightly check-in. Have a good night.